Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Pittsburgh Sports 365. This is a newly launched podcast where we love the Steelers, Pirates, Penguins, Riverhounds, the Pitt Panthers, Penn State Nittany Lions, anything that's affiliated with, Western Pennsylvania or Central Pennsylvania, mainly around the Pittsburgh area. Hello, folks, and I just want to thank you for stopping in and watching this little pre-episode. We will be dropping episode number 1 of the Pittsburgh Sports 365 official podcast. We have that set to be released Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so please don't miss it. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please feel free to click the YouTube link. Go to our official 365 channel. Like and subscribe. Comment where you're from. Share the channel. Hit the little bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any. We're going to build a nice little podcast together. About 3 weeks ago, I was talking to some people, and I was a little iffy. I was going to wait until I moved to start the podcast. And, I just, after speaking to someone and a sponsorship, sent the audio equipment. I just decided, hell, there's no time like now. Why wait? I'm not really going to get too deep into sports situations. I'll touch lightly on maybe a few teams and save that for the podcast. I want to thank all my moderators and administrators and group experts on the Pittsburgh Sports 365 Facebook group. Without you guys, we wouldn't have anything. That group is very, very, very strict and locked down. You have to abide by a bunch of rules and meet a bunch of expectations and standards to even get through the door of that group. However, our Pittsburgh Sports 365 YouTube channel, anybody's welcome as long as they're respectful and they can act like an adult and not tear each other's head off. Another thing I wanted to add is I want to thank all the members for participating in the group. That's a good thing. A lot of them other groups, they cover one team, one league. We kind of cover a little bit of everything, so when one season's dying off, we don't go stale. Those other groups on Facebook, they'll go for, like, say, for instance, they'll go for the Pirates group. Baseball season's over. They run out of things to talk about. They start posting stuff from other teams, which, if you're a Pittsburgh group, I don't care what's going on in the world. You should not have World Series highlights from teams that aren't Pittsburgh. There should be no post inside of a Pittsburgh group that aren't related to Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. That's why it's called Pittsburgh Sports 365. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but we have a peaceful group. We don't go at each other. We don't run out of things to talk about. Everybody's respectful. Just a waiver. Just anything it's said and used in this podcast is for educational purposes. Any audible or video highlights used by Pittsburgh Sports 365 we are going to be using those under the fair use doctrine of Supreme Court law, where we will, if used, we will definitely be providing commentary, criticism, because you're allowed to do stuff like that. I adjust this camera. But anyway, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're releasing that episode number 1, the pilot episode. If you have any birthdays coming up, drop them in the group comments. Feel free to post in the group. We do keep tabs of the most active individuals in the group on Facebook, and we post the list of the most active individuals for that. I think it's a week, maybe 10 days. I'm not sure. But yes, please don't hesitate. If you have any suggestions for the YouTube channel, if Tuesdays don't work for, like, at first until after my move, I'm probably going to do one episode a week, which I picked Tuesday because something happens like on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football, that changes the position in the ranks. It would be weird to go on Monday and then somebody in our division win, and then the whole division is out of whack from what I said 3 hours before that. So I kind of, we went with Tuesday at 8. If you have any suggestions on times or anything like that, let us know. I want to thank everybody again for being a part of our group on Facebook. And again, if you're watching this video on Facebook, please click the link or click the video you are watching and venture on over to our YouTube channel. We have a total of like 15 subscribers. We need some help there. There's almost 3,000 members in Pittsburgh Sports 365, the group. So I know we can at least get a couple hundred in a month. Send them over. There's no restrictions on who can subscribe and like. This is going to be basically centered on our group. But, here I could talk about the other aspects of why rankings and stats are, and like I could talk about other teams in the division where inside the group I don't want anything that isn't Pittsburgh. So I mean, you know what I mean? It's peaceful. But like anything I say will be directly like related to the Steelers, like the position changes and whatnot in the division. Couple things I just want to go over real quick. Sid Crosby, 1,200 games. Wow. Amazing. And he's still scoring, and he's still shooting, and he's still skating. Unbelievable, man. Ugh. Jake Gensel. Got that 200 mark, Jake. Jake the Snake. Jake and Bake. Good job. We got some good things going on over there. I know that the San Jose Sharks aren't much, but, them games right there, they get their confidence up. They can go top shelf, Upper Mama keeps the cookie jar. We need to either get these netminders taking care of these goalies, sharpened up, or we just need to bring someone else in, because I said in the beginning, a lot of people don't agree with me, but if you got a goalie that can't stop a puck, how are you going to hold a game? Especially if you go short-handed. If you got a goalie in there, I'm not saying these guys can't, because they did a hell of a job last night. They might not be the best hockey players in the world, but they do still shoot the puck. An awful goalie will let it go in. I remember a couple years back, it was Matt Murray. Couldn't stop letting it go through the 5-hole. It drove me nuts, man. Every time I'd watch hockey, they would advance down on from center ice. As soon as they'd get down there, they'd shoot for the 5-hole right through them. Boom. It would just piss me off, and I didn't understand. But then I couldn't. There ain't no way I can go out there, There ain't no way I can play NHL goalie, so I don't know what they're going through. It's got to be hard. And we got the, here's another news. This isn't the Penguins. This is the Steelers. They've been outgained offensively every single game and still have a winning record. The last team to do that was the Steelers. I think that's a fact, actually. Was it last year? We outgained every game and still had a winning record. I have faith in Kenny. He showed poise that game. He came out, drove down the field. He commanded it. All the troops, he had them in there. Called a couple audibles here and there, adjusted the block, recognized the coverage. Did pretty good. They got to get that jet sweep out of there, man. They drive me nuts with that. And I understand that the screen works sometimes. But do you have to call? It drives me nuts because they'll call 2 run plays in a row. Jaylen Warren will rip off 20, 12, 20. And then what do? Go back to the screen pass and get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Oh, I don't know why they do that. And I think I was talking to somebody in the group through Messenger. I was telling them like 2-3 weeks ago when they were having a hard time moving the ball, if they would send Jaylen Warren out on like a wheel route from the backfield, and they would use 2 different backs and like have Najee lined up at wide receiver just to throw the defense off and have them. Because if you make them stop and second guess, even if, you're stopping their thought process. You're not just letting them stand there thinking, okay, well, this is normal, and they go through their motions. You got to throw something at them that just makes them say, what the hell? Like Najee lined up at the wide receiver, and then you could even swing the run to the side, or that halfback wheel, where you line up in like the pistol. When you snap the ball, Jaylen Warren, like he went over and caught that pass off to the right, and he ripped them one. I don't know if it was a toss or a pass, but like that's what I was talking about. You can't just line up the same package over and over and over and over and over. Whether it's 1st and 10 or 3rd and 17, Matt Canada wants to line up in shotgun empty set, no protection. Come on, man. No protection. Quarterbacks had what, 2 concussions already this year. He's playing with, I think, broken ribs. And for him to only miss those couple passes by like an inch, I'm shocked. He did pretty good. I'm not going to, he didn't get many yards, but he didn't blow the game either. The difference in that game was a turnover differential. And he didn't John Elway or nothing like that. He didn't Big Ben 1994, but he didn't ruin the game either. He didn't miss Trubisky, that bitch. So, I don't know. You guys take care. Thanks for stopping up and seeing us. Again, episode number 1 of the podcast is going to be on our YouTube channel Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there. Click the link. Go to the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss no more. Let's get this channel pumping. And again, Pittsburgh Sports 365 Facebook. That's my group. Take care, fellas. Bye.